King Charles leads tributes to Pope Francis, as he hails his tireless commitment to faith. King Charles has issued a statement following the death of Pope Francis at the age of 88. King Charles has issued a heartfelt statement following the death of Pope Francis at the age of 88 on Monday the 21st of April. In the statement, which was released by Buckingham Palace, His Majesty wrote, "My wife and I were most deeply saddened to learn of the death of Pope Francis. Our heavy hearts have been somewhat eased, however, to know that His Holiness was able to share an Easter greeting with the Church and the world he served with such devotion throughout his life and ministry." Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. His Holiness will be remembered for his compassion, his concern for the unity of the Church and for his tireless commitment to the common causes of all people of faith, and to those of goodwill who work for the benefit of others. The King continued, his belief that care for creation is an existential expression of faith in God resounded with so many across the world. Through his work and care for both people and planet, he profoundly touched the lives of so many. The Queen and I remember with particular affection our meetings with His Holiness over the years, and we were greatly moved to have been able to visit him earlier in the month. We send our most heartfelt condolences and profound sympathy to the Church he served with such resolve and to the countless people around the world who, inspired by his life, will be mourning the devastating loss of this faithful follower of Jesus Christ. King Charles announces first public engagement hours after Palace Health Update. Earlier today it was revealed that the King would be returning to work this week following his brief hospital admission. Buckingham Palace has announced the King's first public engagement since his brief hospital admission last week. On Thursday, he was admitted to the London clinic for observations after experiencing temporary side effects from his cancer treatment. He was forced to postpone a trip to Birmingham on Friday. But aides have since revealed Charles, 76, will return to work this week as they confirm his first public engagement of the week. On Thursday, the King will celebrate the 80th anniversary of the Mission Aviation Fellowship, MAF, the humanitarian air operator, which flies to 14,000 remote destinations offering support to isolated communities. King Charles, Camilla, William and Kate Middleton risk arrest and fines for habitual rule-breaking. The British royal family is often seen as a symbol of tradition and decorum, but one habit that has raised eyebrows is their apparent disregard for seatbelt laws. Whether riding in official state vehicles or private cars, members of the royal family, including King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and Princess Kate, have been frequently photographed without buckling up. The late Queen Elizabeth II, known for her love of driving, was also often seen behind the wheel on the Windsor estate without a seatbelt. Even Princess Anne has been spotted multiple times throughout the years driving unrestrained. While Prince William and Kate ensure their children are secured when traveling as a family, they, too, have been known to skip the seatbelt when attending official engagements. However, it is King Charles and Queen Camilla who most frequently opt out, whether in their luxury Bentleys in London or Range Rovers at Balmoral. This raises a significant question on why do members of the royal family seem to be exempt from the rules that apply to everyone else? The answer lies in a combination of security protocols, legal technicalities, and even matters of practicality and appearance. While some may assume that the royals simply ignore safety measures, security experts argue that their seatbelt use or lack thereof is a carefully considered decision. Michael Chandler, a high-profile security expert who has worked with celebrities such as Sir Paul McCartney, Bradley Cooper, and Uma Thurman, explains that in many cases, foregoing a seatbelt is a matter of safety rather than negligence. The main reason royals might not wear seatbelts is because of security considerations, Chandler told Mail Online. As you might imagine, there's concern about extracting a principal from a vehicle as quickly as possible. In high-risk situations, being able to exit a car swiftly is a crucial factor in security planning. If an emergency were to arise, Struggling with a seatbelt could cost precious seconds that could be the difference between safety and danger. King Charles names Prince Harry's friend in new project after double date with Meghan Markle. King Charles has named Michael Bublé in his new playlist to mark Commonwealth Day 2025. Royal fans have suggested that including a Bublé song on the King's playlist is an attempt by the monarch to extend an olive branch to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who currently reside in California. The now US-based royals are understood to be friends with the Canadian singer. King Charles released the playlist in collaboration with Apple Music, which features 17 of his favorite songs from across the Commonwealth. The playlist, which is the first to be released by a British monarch, was aired in full at 6 a.m. on Monday. In a message posted to the royal family's social media account regarding the playlist, the King said, "I know that is also the case for so many others. But it has that remarkable ability to bring happy memories flooding back from the deepest recesses of our memory, to comfort us in times of sadness, and to take us to distant places. But perhaps, above all, it can lift our spirits to such a degree, and all the more so when it brings us together in celebration. In other words, it brings us joy. So this is what I particularly wanted to share with you in this collection, songs which have brought me joy." King Charles is smitten with the newest member of the royal family, a puppy called Snuff. According to The Sun, the King, 76, is the proud new owner of a legato Romagnolo dog he received as a gift 4 weeks ago. Charles is besotted with his puppy. Tiger was the King's beloved Jack Russell Terrier who died in 2002 at age 18, making Snuff his first personal pet in years. The breed is a truffle hunter. Charles enjoys mushroom foraging, so they have a lot in common, the source said about the history of Snuff's breed and how it connects to the King's hobby. PetMD describes the legato Romagnolo as an ancient Italian water dog bred to sniff out truffles, known for their small to medium size, curly coats and active personalities. Mushroom foraging is one of the King's many interests and an affinity he may have passed down to his grandchildren Prince George, 11, Princess Charlotte, 9, and Prince Louis, 6. While visiting a community garden in South Wales last week, Kate Middleton revealed that her kids thought a giant puffball mushroom she recently found was fascinating. Though legato Romagnolos are an Italian breed and Italy is where King Charles is heading on his next state visit in April, palace sources told The Sun that Snuff was a private gift, and is not linked to the upcoming trip. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.